Hello everybody, I'm glad to be here. Today, we are going to talk about this orientation plane indicator. We are going to have this symbol on left hand side, and also we are going to have this symbol on right hand side. We are going to mention what is the orientation of TZ, tolerance zone. Let's see the first example. Here, we are going to have reference plane B here at the bottom, and then we are going to have axis A here, and the axis of this hole should be parallel to A with this TZ 0.1, and we are going to have this orientation plane indicator. What does it mean? It means we are going to have two planes parallel to B with this TZ, and this axis should be in that interval. Let's see this figure. We have datum plane B here, datum axis A here. We are going to have two planes parallel to B with this distance. For sure they should be parallel to A as well. And here in this manner we are going to mention what is the direction of the width of this TZ. Let's see another example. At top we can see we have reference plane B here. I'm going to show it by mouse, and the reference axis A here. The axis of this hole should be parallel to A with this TZ 0.1, while we are going to have this orientation plane indicator. We are going to have two planes perpendicular to B, and for sure that two planes should be parallel to A with this TZ 0.1. Let's see, what do we have here? Top right. We have datum plane B, axis A here. We are going to have two planes perpendicular to B with this distance 0.1. In this manner, we are going to say what is the direction of the width of this TZ. Let's see another example here at the bottom. We have this angularity control with this diameter 0.1 respect to A when we are going to have this orientation plane indicator. We have this cylinder with a diameter of 0.1, while we should have two planes parallel to B with this distance 0.1. It means we are going to have two planes here tangent with this cylinder. Somehow we are going to say what is the direction of the width of this tolerance zone in this manner. It is the same as this one. If you are going to show it in 2D, we can see this one. They have exactly the same meaning. Let's see another example in this slide. We are going to have reference plane B here, reference axis A here, and the axis of this hole should be parallel to A, while we are going to have this orientation plane control perpendicular to B. Let's see what does it mean. It means we are going to have two planes perpendicular to B with this distance. If you see this figure, plane B is here, axis A is here, datum A is here. We should have two planes perpendicular to B with a distance of 0.2. It means these two gray planes that are parallel to B and perpendicular to A, perpendicular to B. At top, again, we are going to have two planes parallel to B and parallel to A with a distance of 0.1. We are going to have these two green planes here. They are parallel to B, parallel to A with a distance of 0.1. And the axis of this hole should be here in this interval. I'm going to show it by mouse. And this volume should be. Let's see another example here. In 2D, we are going to have this FCF, perpendicularity of this axis to A and B with a TZ of 0.2. In another view, we are going to have perpendicularity to A and B with this TZ 0.1. This 2 is going to represent this one view by having these two FCF, feature control frame, when we are going to have orientation plane indicator. Let's see what does it mean. The axis of this should be perpendicular to A, while we are going to have two planes perpendicular to B with a distance of 0.1. It is going to present here at the bottom left. Here we have reference plane A here. We are going to have two planes perpendicular to B with a distance of 0.1. And here also we can see we should have two planes parallel to B, and it should be perpendicular to A with this distance. Here we have two planes perpendicular to, let's say, A parallel to B with distance of 0.2. Here easily we can understand what we want to say when we are going to use orientation plane indicator. However, in these two views, it has the same meaning. Let's discuss about this one. It should be perpendicular to A. When we are going to have two planes perpendicular to A in this view, these two planes, they are parallel to B. And also in this view, when it is perpendicular to A, it means also it is perpendicular to B as well, because B is this plane. And in this view, when it is perpendicular to A, it is perpendicular to B. Here, when it is perpendicular to A, it is parallel to B. These two and this one view, they have exactly the same meaning. But here, I can say it is much easier than these two views. In one view, we are going to say, okay, in which orientation plane we would like to have this tolerance zone. Let's see another example here. We are going to have perpendicularity of this axis to A. Whenever we are going to have these two planes perpendicular to A, they are parallel to B. It means in the set of this FCF, I can have this FCF by adding this orientation plane indicator. We are going to remove B here and put it this orientation plane indicator in this manner. It means we are going to have, let's say here we can see, we have reference plane A here, and then we should have two planes parallel to B with this TZ 0.1. In this manner, we are going to control the direction of width of this TZ. However, we are going to show the same in this 3D view. For now, I would like to close this session regarding this orientation plane indicator. I hope it is clear for you. In coming session, I'm going to talk about this collection plane indicator and direction feature indicator. Just here, I would like to highlight this orientation plane indicator. We are going to have two planes. We are not going to extract any curves, any lines, the same as, let's say, intersection plane indicator, because we used to extract the curve or lines when we are going to have intersection plane. But in orientation plane indicator, we are going to have two planes, and we are going to highlight clearly what is the orientation of the TZ. Thank you for today. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.